Hello, everyone. It is your co-host here, Liam Nixon, and I am absolutely stoked to introduce you all to this week's featured artist, Sam Brock. Sam is from Longmeadow, Massachusetts, and is currently a junior at Pepperdine University, where he is majoring in theater. He is an extremely talented and diverse artist. He has credits in both film and theater, and has recently gained a lot of popularity with his music, which can be found on several streaming platforms such as Apple Music and Spotify. Some of his most recent songs are Insomnia, featuring Matthew, So Close, featuring Cat's Desire, Fade into Black, and Fantasy. He finds that the arts will save you in moments of darkness and loves to create art that spreads positivity and light. For more on Sam, visit and follow his Instagram page at Sam Brock Official, and go and follow our page at Discovery Series, while also subscribing to our YouTube channel. Here's Sam Brock.
What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Discoveries. I'm your host, Brandon Gilly,
And I'm the co-host, Liam Nixon.
and today we are very excited because today we have a special guest coming from Longmeadow, Massachusetts, Mr. Sam Brock. Not only is he one of the best hip-hop performers right now on the market, but he's also a film actor, a stage actor, and he also wants to be a director someday. So give it up for him, Sam Brock, everyone.
Thank you. Too kind, fellas. Thank you for having me again.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm just settling in. A little day at the beach in Malibu, and now I'm here with my two buddies. It's good to see your smiling faces.
Dude, but actually, everyone, I want you to let you know that Sam Brock is my grand little. He's a fellow Pepperdine University Wave and part of the theater program, and we have this special thing where we have families in the theater department. So luckily, I was able to have him as my grand little, and we was
Miss
super.
you, Grandpa.
Yeah, bro. Um, how
If I could have a little, I'd want it to be Sam, so I'll just,
Stop it. You're too kind.
So, Sam, how's been life at COVID so far? Like, what you been doing this past year?
Life at COVID. It was definitely, I mean, we all had a pretty, I'll say bad year, I think, at points. I was doing online class. I was working full time. I was trying to make some tunes to stay peppy. And that was fun, man. I've learned a lot. I think a lot of it's just like self-studying while you have time as a little artist. Study some stuff that you're interested in and that makes you happy. And it was a fun time to be an artist for sure, but it was hard work. But I'm sure you guys know as fellow artists, it was a tough year for sure. Everything was closed. It was all independent stuff, but I'm grateful to be hopefully on the other side of it soon.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
was it this year you started making songs and like getting, or have you been making songs like your whole life and you just decided to release them recently?
It's definitely, I mean, I sang growing up. I did, the choir. I was a choir kid. Oh, you
Let's
guys are choir kids,
go.
right? Yeah, okay.
Fire
So I can
crew.
say did the whole choir thing. I mean, like I wrote for fun, but nothing serious. And then I downloaded Logic Pro. I don't know if you guys know Logic Pro.
Dude, the best. Like, I used to do that. I used to like write musicals as a little kid as well.
Oh
And my
yeah?
parents bought me Logic Pro, but I haven't used it in like 7 years.
Dude,
So
hop on. Let's make a track right now,
right
live.
now, right now, I'll do the beatbox. Get Logic Pro right now, dude. We'll start.
But it was fun, man. Logic Pro is cool. You can do like, everyone can have a setup that's like very professional, which is kind of nice. So everyone's on the same playing field. The biz is changing, and it's
Yeah.
a cool time to explore that for sure.
Are you the one that produces your own music, or do you have someone like do the background while you do the vocals?
Right. Yeah, sometimes I work with some really, really good people. My friend, I give a quick shout out, Ethan Purrington, Jacob Reed from Longmeadow, Mass. They did music and stuff with me in high school. And so they a lot of the times would write something and I would fiddle with stuff. Um, and yeah, lots of people, sometimes people send me things, which is really cool. I like people send me things. And then sometimes I'll make stuff, but I'm not as big in that realm. I'm not as talented in the music theory producing realm, but I'm learning.
Heck yeah. So like during COVID, how have you used music as one of your biggest inspirations? You
Cool.
know,
I like that question. Yeah. It's I mean, I grew up in my choir growing up. My music teacher used to say, and this might be kind of cheesy, but she used to say the music will save you every time. And I really stand by that because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like it's pretty fair. I was in a pretty bad place. Um, just was overwhelmed doing like classes and trying to like scrape by on minimum wage, you know.
I feel it.
It's tough. And having art in that time of like darkness is such a light and it's such something to do. It's kind of like, have you guys seen that Bo Burnham special on Netflix yet, by any
Oh, the
chance?
Bo Burnham special? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of gets into that too, you know, where he had like a whole year to produce this like, I'll call it a movie. I don't really know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
movie. And that's such like an inspirational thing because that's what an artist is, you know, like in a time where things suck, you're like, no, I'm gonna, you know, do what makes me happy. And it's not for anybody. Like he at points was like, I don't even know if I want to release it. And I do that kind of stuff too, where I'll like write something and I'd be like, it was just for fun. I don't want people to hear it.
Mhm.
And art's just a really powerful thing to have in that time of darkness.
It's kind of like therapy almost. Like, you know, like, I don't know, I am not good with chords and the music theory side of things, but recently I've just been like making chords and like finding progressions and stuff and just trying to like whatever happens on the piano, play it and then just like, I don't know, sing my feelings or the words out because I'm not good at talking through them. So I totally, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's like as long as you had the chord progressions, you were good. Like, especially if you're like a composer. Like,
Yeah.
I took multiple music theory classes during Pepperdine, and dude, every single class I just barely survived. Like, I just like rode through it, and I'm like, okay, I don't know like half of these things that are being thrown at me, but I survived with a decent grade,
Hey,
and
you guys got your degree, you know, you made it through.
yeah, yeah. So like to be honest, like all the like I'm not a big music theory guy myself, and it's not. I believe it's not the most essential thing in creating music, right? Um, of course, it's like awesome to know those type of stuff when you're creating all of like these melodies,
True. Very true.
but like as like what you said, it's whatever makes you happy and whatever takes you out of that dark place. And sometimes it's even that dark place that creates the
Yeah, the best art comes from those places that because it's like something you really feel and it's not just some pop garbage, you know.
Because it's reaching out of that comfort zone. It's that place that no one likes to travel, and like once you travel there, it makes a bigger impact on everything,
Mhm.
right? And that's where it's kind of been. That's where COVID and all of these situations throughout 2020 have been that type of situation for artists as well. Because like coming from your experience and all of us as well, we've hit that territory where we create our experience and we put it on paper and we write down all like the struggles that we've gone through throughout COVID and like the relationship effects and our living situations, and that's how it kind of turns into something beautiful where we all come together through that darkness and that coming out of that darkness spot. And so yeah, thank you for sharing that, Sam. We really needed that. The people needed that. Man of the people had his word on it. And so let's talk about like film. That's like another passion of yours. And
Yeah.
you just to everyone, Sam also has a few short films that he shared out a year ago, and I watched one of them, and actually, it was one of the most impactful things I've watched. And so, can you explain to them like how it's like the process of recording a short film? Like, what's it like for you as an actor?
Sure.
Working for these directors or your friends, and creating art through screen acting.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, a lot of the stuff I do shoot, I mean, I know a lot of my friends are doing film or doing something. So the one that I did recently was called Do Us Part. Big shout out, Jake Hodling. He was the director on that. And he's just a buddy of mine. I know him. He's from my close to my town. And so it's cool because he is like a professional director now. Like he's got a degree, he's got his whole thing, but I'm still friends with him. So it's like a nice mix between, like he'll tell me, like, I want you to do this or whatever, but it's also not like a commanding way, like it's very free. I like working with friends just because it's just people making art and trying stuff. And also I know Nick Few, teacher at Pepperdine, he likes to say play. And that's kind of like what we didn't even really have a script. Like he wrote something the night before, and then we were like just improvising stuff, and just playing around and like trying to build a little story, which was really fun. But I've also done like stuff with directors who have been like, I want this, and it was a very, different vibe. Where I'll still play a little bit, but not, give the director what he wants.
Yeah.
So two different vibes, both fun. It's fun to see how the business is, but it's also fun to just make stuff with your friends.
Hmm.
I have a quick question. So how did you like like how did you find acting, and when did you know that this is what you wanted to do, with your this is what you wanted to do? Yeah.
Yeah, like in life.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've been doing acting for quite a while. I started in fifth grade at a small little drama school community theater type of thing in Springfield, Mass. And I did a couple shows there, took some classes, and I did community theater growing up all the time. And my dad, when he was like in college, he did some, but he had to be a cop because it was what he had to do to be a man or whatever. And he always kind of told me that he regretted not doing it. And so part of me is like very, very happy to be able to do it because it's something I know that I'm fortunate enough to do. And I don't mind waiting a couple tables or whatever. I'll wait some tables while I do it. As long as I'm still making art in some way. But I've definitely had it for a long time, whether it was like singing or theater or just my whole life. And I don't even know what I would do without it. It's like scary.
Yeah, dude. At this, like, my dad, he always like stressed out to like me and my sister that it was always great to do something that you love, right? Because he basically did that job to help secure the family and everything. And it's like, of course, it was like rough at first, knowing that I'm entering an industry, or we're entering an industry where it could be like 50-50, where it could be like a struggle, and it could be like, you know, you could thrive with financial situations. But it's like, is it's worth it if it's something that really makes you passionate.
Yeah,
It's like,
100%. You can support yourself if you really have to at all times. And if you're just doing art on the side of some gig or some, 9 to 5 job, it's okay. You're still doing it.
yeah.
Yeah, the money thing will find, it'll figure itself out. If you love what you do, like you'll make it happen, right? Like I don't know, that's how I've always looked at that. So.
There's always a table to wait. Like, and if you really want it, you'll wait that table.
Yeah.
So what made you pick Pepperdine? Just curious.
Ah, well, it was I didn't actually go to Pepperdine when I picked it. Because I mean you're East Coast too, so it's quite a hike. And so I sent in a little video audition, and then I think I sent it to like I sent it to Hollis Starr directly, just like emailed it to her, and I was like, hey, it's my audition. And then she was like, the deadline was last week and this is like wrong, but like you seem okay. So
That's so Hollis.
bless her heart, because I definitely would not have gotten it without her. She called me on the phone and then she just talked to me for a bit. And then the next day I got in, and I think the fact that like if someone would call me and be like, get to know me after they saw me audition, I think I did a lot of auditions at like bigger schools. It was like, come in, what's your name? What's your piece? Okay, bye. And it's just like, I want to go to college with professors that I like, and that, I don't know, growing up, I had such powerful teachers, such powerful directors, teachers, which is, I might want to be a teacher one day because of it. And I don't want to go to a school where I'm just a number.
um,
I'm glad I like Pep though. It's small too, which helps a lot. I know everybody. I mean, you guys are music fellows, and I still got to know you guys pretty good, which is super cool, because I don't know, all art is connected in some way. I was doing theater, but, we were doing the musical at one point. We were all doing art stuff.
yeah. What was your favorite project you did at Pepperdine? Like what play?
A lot of the plays I've done were digital shows, but I really, really enjoyed. We did one this spring, Ugly Lies the Bone, with Kathy Thomas Grant directing, which was it was really fun. I played like it was a different part than I've played. I played like a bum with like a goatee who was like kind of wasn't working. He was kind of, and it was fun to play with that, kind of playing a slob. I like a challenge. I like a fun. Sometimes it's like, it wasn't a light play, but my part in the play was light. And I kind of needed that, after a year of, everything's very serious. I just want to fool around for a little bit.
Yeah. How would you say your experience was, doing a show digitally in comparison to doing it physically? Like, how was the direct? Like, how was your experience through that?
First of all, everyone at Pepperdine was so amazing about it. So I really had a great time in it because, I mean, all the tech people, Yelena, huge shout out to Yelena who works here, who could like Photoshop our bodies in from green screens. They sent us green screens, ring lights, props. And it was kind of like film experience a little bit in a way. So that was cool training. And all the directors were super in it still, and everyone involved was super passionate about it. So it definitely, there is a big challenge though. The big thing was the delay. I don't know if you guys have done, we weren't using Zoom, we're using a different program that would like put us on the stage. And I know for the first play we did in the fall, Polar Bears, there was like a 3-second delay between when someone would talk. So like you would have to speak before someone finished, but then the audience would just see like it normal. So it was a little awkward, and I definitely struggled with it a lot because I'm a very, at that point I'd done some film stuff, but I've mostly done theater. So it was very like just challenging and different. And then the eye contact thing too. I don't know if y'all have done that, but it's like you'll set up like a tennis ball here and a tennis ball here, and like this one's a character and this one's a character, and like wherever you're looking, it's like that person. I don't know, man. It's hard to get emotion out of
Place objects like right at the right, and like I didn't even know. I did a couple online shows, but they were literally just like look at the wall somewhere or something. Like they didn't say really like put an object in front of you.
Nick Few insists.
Okay, that's good. And like another thing, like working on online shows is I guess like of course working with people from all different parts of the country and everything. But then I remember Yeleni would ask. I think our stage manager would ask us to go on the site to put down our internet connection on how fast it was.
Yeah.
And that was like that was a struggle because there were specific people in like the cast that I've worked with that had bad Wi-Fi connection and would pause in the middle of their lines.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I was in As You Like It for
work, by the way. Love that show. It was.
Thank you so much. Yeah, live, love Sylvius. But there were multiple times like during rehearsals where it would be awkward because someone would just freeze, their screen would freeze, and then like we wouldn't know if we should just say the next line or so. But yeah, it was quite a time, and I guess we become stronger from it.
Yeah, no, we do. It was we had someone freeze during our show too. It was terrible.
Oh, really?
Oh, my terrible. My phone thought Siri went up. But yeah, I'm glad we still grew from it. I think for sure.
All right. We love to delve into the deep questions here.
All right.
What makes you passionate? What makes you passionate first thing in the morning as you wake up and you're like, I want to do well today. Like what inspires you as soon as you wake up?
I guess for one thing, it's like I always wake up and I'd say I'm the kind of a morning person nowadays, but only because I'm still a little jet lagged from the East Coast. But for me, one thing is like the people in my life that I love. It's like you wake up every day and you get to experience life. You get to experience love, and you get to experience all the people around you that make you so happy. After being isolated for like an entire year, I'm on campus right now and just seeing people like playing volleyball or like smiling around campus. And it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel very content with life. And Very appreciative too. I think I wake up every morning very appreciative of the things that I've worked for and the things that I've been given.
I think the people, at least for me at Pepperdine, it was the people that made, those, what, three years on campus, and that was the hardest part about being away, the people. Um, but I have another question for you. So, aside from acting, music, and art, what do you like to do? Like, what are some of your hobbies? Like, nothing
Acting.
related, like me, I Only
Oh
fish.
hobbies.
Yeah, like I don't know. I fish in my free time. It just like is totally opposite of like everything else I do, and it's
I like it.
but like so like what do you like to do?
Ooh, good question. Well, I'm a big I used to do a lot of like sports growing up. And so I still like I think exercise is super fun and like to get involved in like teams. I like big sports guy. I did like football, lacrosse kind of stuff growing up. Um,
Patriots fan?
Hmm?
Patriots fan?
oh, I'm a Patriots fan, dude. But we're kind of trash ever since Brady got
Dang, dang. Sorry, Seahawks fan over here, but
uh, yeah.
yeah.
No, I'll allow it. Yeah, I mean, I like to stay busy. We were just at the beach. I've never been a huge beach guy, but ever since I've been here, I'm like, I need to go to the beach all the time. So I'm doing that a lot. Um, yeah, I stay busy. I stay busy enough.
Yeah, definitely soak in the beach. I feel like I don't know. My time at Pepperdine, we were so busy. I mean, I know as a a theater major, music major, we are so busy.
They hit you.
Class rehearsals, like, and I feel like I didn't get to enjoy the beach like as much as I would have liked. I wish I would have made it a point every week or like every day to go, but that's great. And that's what summer classes are for, right?
True, 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 true.
And
Well,
that, you know.
no, like when you go to the beach East Coast, it's like a whole day. It's because you got to like drive all this hour, you got to set up shop. But here it's like in and out. Uh,
Yeah, that's the same thing in Oregon. Like it's like you just don't go to the beach for like a couple hours. You go there to like stay and sleep
yeah,
there.
that's your day that day is beach
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
hmm I don't know how are your beaches like in the East Coast, by the way? Is it cold water
It,
or
the water's warmer, but like the air is colder, I think.
oh
That's
that's
what
perfect.
I've come to. So it's like it doesn't work in like the winter or fall, but when it's summer in the East Coast and you're at a beach, be-
Yeah. I don't know how it is up near you, Sam, but at least like in the Jersey Shore, I love the shore because like they prioritize the beach. It's not just like, oh, it's there. Like, no, like you go to the beach to go to the beach. So like you have these nice like long beaches, like no rocks, just great beaches. And then you got like boardwalks and then it's like
oh,
beach.
true. There's also like more lifeguards and boardwalks and stuff. Like today we're at the beach and it was just people hanging out with sand and water. But over there they're all like, we need a lifeguard and we're all safe.
I,
Dude,
I was literally at the beach. Literally, I drove home and like I came from the Jersey Shore and we were like getting destroyed by waves, like big waves, deep. And then the lifeguard had to pull us out because there was a rip tide. And then they were like, only going like knee deep. And I'm like, then why the heck am I here?
Yeah.
What? I was
They're
so
doing their job.
Dude, bro, like in Oregon, man, you don't need a lifeguard because no one goes in the water. No one freaking
Because
goes.
no one lives there. I'm sorry.
Dude, you go to the beach for the beach houses. Like Oregon beach houses are prime time. Go the water. You cannot go either past your knees when you go to the water because it's freezing cold. You never see anyone like swimming out there. So people usually just set up tent right on the coast. So it's kind of depressing just to see people, just be on the sand. But it's also you get to play some beach volleyball while you're at it. You get to run around. But yeah. You like volleyball, Sam?
Dude, I'm like, I don't hate volleyball, but because of how good everyone else here is at volleyball, I'm starting to slightly dislike it. Just because we were playing volleyball last night with a couple people that were like on the volleyball team. Oh my dude. Like I've only ever done it like in gym class. They're up there like spiking and they're like 7 feet tall, and you're just like, don't hit me, don't hit me. You know? But I don't hate volleyball. It's just I'm not I'm not a skilled volleyball player, so I feel like I'll get rocked 10 times out of 10.
We've been playing at my house. Our neighbors have like a nice court, and our neighbor Clyde got into it, so we like painted lines and stuff. And like going to Pepperdine was so clutch because yeah, I'm trash at Pepperdine, but I come home. Oh,
You're
my digs are so clean. Like I'm such a good teammate because I'll just like set people and like dig it. Like oh my gosh, like Pepperdine.
oh, man. They got courts all over like the dorms too. It's crazy.
Dude, it pisses me off though when like someone tries to like really tries hard in playing, you know? Like I totally feel you there, Sam. Like where you like the volleyball players just spike it right to you and you're like, dude, this is supposed to be fun. And like when you play like beach football, like there's that one person on the other team who actually like rocks you really hard on the coast and you're like, what you
Yeah,
know?
I only drop dimes, so like I don't hit. I just
He's a man of the people. Set him up, throw a ball, not gonna hit you. I like
I don't get paid enough to tackle.
it.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. We really appreciated your time.
Hey,
Uh,
thanks for having me, man.
Everyone, again, if you don't know his name still, it's Mr. Sam Brock from Long Meadows, Massachusetts. If you want to know more about Sam Brock and what he does, come and visit our page at Discovery Series and come look at his own personal Instagram photo at Sam Brock Official. Thank you so much, Sam Brock. You are amazing. You are a superstar. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching another episode of Discoveries. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Sam, you're the man.
You're the man. Thank you guys for watching.
Woo-hoo!